Okay, so today I'm going to talk about love because there's a lot of issues when it comes to love. Love is not an emotion. Your understanding of love depends on what you have been taught and what you have seen as far as love. Love is a reflection of God and it's unconditional. So many times we mistake love for something else. And what I have noticed is that we're mistaking love for sex. And that is a very bad thing because that's not love, it's lust. And many women are looking for husbands. And they think that the way to get a husband is through sex. You know, it's all about let me trick this man or use my body to get this man, and they never do. And it's really sad. I was watching a rap video by Meek Mill. It was called Issues. In the video, he had a whole bunch of pretty women, and they were in swimming suits because they were on a yacht. And there was just a ton, I mean, just a ton of women. And then there's these few guys that are rapping. So I'm watching the video, and they kicking it like players. And all of a sudden, I see this guy rubbing on this other guy's waist and his butt. And I'm really peeping the whole hip hop thing. And you know, a lot of these men are just using these women for their arousals, and then they go and start messing with each other. And you got these women that are in so much competition over a man that don't even care nothing about them. I mean, you know, I mean, women don't like the way they look anymore. They say stuff like, "I can't go outside without my lashes." Sometimes they get all of this surgery, but see the efforts that they're taking to get with a loser, a guy who doesn't have a future and definitely doesn't want a future with you, is insane. You know, it's not about getting bigger. Men like women that they want to marry, that they can take, that they're not, men do not like to be embarrassed. They want a woman that they can take somewhere. So they're looking for not only a connection, but they're also looking for godliness in a woman. They're looking for a woman that take care of herself and her body who looks good in a dress. You know, but what's happening is people are basing their standards on reality TV. Reality TV is just mind control. It's to keep you where you are. Because if you follow it, you're not going to really get anywhere. Even when you watch the guys, oh, they got cute guys got they got money, but each episode they're with a new female, or the female is just a side chick. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if that's your goal. Go ahead, get breast implants, do all that, but have a goal behind it. If you're a prostitute, that's your line of work. If you are looking for a sugar daddy, that's your line of work. But don't go into the game looking for a husband, following a female that's not interested in the husband, that's still playing and having fun, and you're following her thinking that you are going to find your husband. The first thing you need to do is really get on your knees and pray to God and ask Him to show you what love is and ask Him to show you who you are. Because based on the things that we've gone through in life, we've changed and became a person and molded ourselves to a person that was never meant to be by God. So we don't even know who we are at some points. So that's one of the things that you need to work on, and do not get into a relationship that is outside of the will of God. Because when you do that, you're actually putting that relationship or that man above God, and that man is an idol. And sometimes your relationship with God is an idol or image of Him because many people don't read their Bible. They don't know who God is, but they have this image of who He is. For example, I was dating a man who had been separated from his wife for 9 years. I didn't know. I thought he was single. So when he told me that, he was like, "Oh, you know, all the divorce papers are signed." First of all, you're cheating on God because you are still married and God hates a divorce. You need to reconcile with your wife. The second thing is that he said that he spoke to God about it and repenting. Well, repenting is reconciling with your wife or getting back with your wife. God is not going to say something that's outside of his word. He's not going to say, "Oh, it's okay, you can date this girl because you guys have been separated." No, you guys are divorced, and I don't want to be in a position to like a man and pressure him into divorce because God doesn't like divorce. God may have not let that divorce be final because he's going to put them back together, and I don't want that type of blood on my hands. Sometimes women date men that are married that are leaving their wife. They're Christian. Then the woman says, I don't like Christians. I was dating him and he went back to his wife. Christians aren't no good either. Well, to be honest, that man actually repented. He did what he was supposed to do. He had to leave you because he was someone else's husband and he had to reconcile with his wife. He was wrong for messing with you, but every no one's perfect. People backslide. People go through things. But as a woman, you need to know your value. You're not supposed to put a man before God. You need to get into that relationship in God's will. Ungodly soul ties lead to disaster. But in short, we really need to ask God to show us love because there's scriptures in the Bible that talk about that. It says, "How can you can't love the person? How can you love something you can't see when you're not even loving the person that you can see? You got a baby mama out there, you got all these things going on, but you're not loving them, but you say you love God. You're not even loving what's in front of you." So my concern and my heart really goes out to what the Bible calls silly women. Women who have their blinders on, women who are trying to find a husband and they have not cleaned up their own self. Love your kid before you love your man. Love your kid before you love your car. Do wife-like things now. Take care of your credit. Stack your house the way a wife should. Take care of your children. Stop running after players, guys that look like they're on rap videos, guys that look like criminals, because they probably are. And they're probably going to rob you and set you up. That just shows that you're immature. And as ladies, I'm in my 40s, and I'm seeing a lot of this action from people that are in their late 30s, early 40s, and we can't be like that. And we can't be like that in front of our sons because our sons are not going to have any respect for us because when he look at a woman, he wants to see something that he admires, something that's respectful. You can't bring men in and out of your house. You can't consistently be dating. It's not cool to always dating these different guys. Who wants to marry a woman who's dated everyone? Really. Um, my heart really goes out to lost people. You got to love yourself, love your image. Dress up, put on eyelashes, put your weave in. But when you're ready to take it out, still feel beautiful. Be a showgirl and then be you on a regular day, be yourself and accept yourself. Because these men aren't that are looking for whores and prostitutes, all you're doing is fulfilling a secret fantasy that they have. And the next thing you know, they've obsessed with you. They're stalking you and become dangerous. But you think you're so cute. He's stalking me. Uh-huh. No, no, no. These things are serious. We're not children anymore. When we were teenagers, it was cool to play that game, and we probably wasn't going to get killed or stalked or someone obsessing over us. But as we are grown-ups and we're dealing with other grown-ups, we have to think logically. And we have to seek God. We have to read His Word because we need to know Him and have a relationship with Him and not an image or an idol of who you think he is because you've never read the Word of God and you go to a church that never picks up the Bible but talks a good game. God is the same yesterday as he is today. He's still changing hearts. He's still healing people. He's still giving people babies and he's still conducting miracles. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to use up too much of your time, but the Lord had put it in my heart to really talk to silly women that are following reality shows and trying to look and do exactly what they're doing. But they're not doing it for entertainment, they're doing it to get a husband. And it's so messed up that you will never get one doing that. You won't. If you want to do that, do it as entertainment. Do it as fun. You want to be a prostitute? Okay, I get it. You like going to clubs. You like just having fun. I get it. But don't do it if you think that you're going to get a husband out of the whole deal, because you're not. And when you do find a man that wants to be your husband, make sure that he's not cheating on God. Make sure that he loves God more than he loves you. And the relationship has to be a godly soul tie, not outside the will of God.